Have you ever wondered what really lurks in the shadows when the lights go out? Today, we're diving into a story that blurs the line between online entertainment and offline terror. This is the chilling tale of Jay, the vlogger who set out to debunk the supernatural, only to become its most famous victim. Jay was a skeptic, a ghost hunter who didn't believe in ghosts. His whole brand was built on logic and rationality. He'd visit so-called haunted locations, armed with cameras and scientific equipment, and systematically prove that every creak and whisper had a perfectly normal explanation. His audience loved it. They admired his courage, his sharp wit, and his unwavering mission to bring reason to the world of superstition. For his next big project, he decided to take on the ultimate challenge, the notoriously haunted Blackwood Manor. The stories surrounding Blackwood Manor were legendary. People spoke of disembodied voices, objects moving on their own, and a shadowy figure that roamed the halls at night. It was the perfect place for Jay to expose the truth. He announced a week-long, 24/7 live stream from inside the house. He promised his followers he would stay there, alone, and prove once and for all that it was just an old, creaky building. The hype was immense. His announcement video went viral, and thousands of people were ready to tune in, eager to see him either succeed or, perhaps, fail spectacularly. The first night began just as Jay had planned. He gave a grand tour of the dusty, cobweb-covered manor, pointing out drafty windows and old plumbing that could easily explain any strange noises. He set up multiple cameras throughout the main floor and in his makeshift bedroom. "All right, chat," he said with a confident smile. "Let the debunking begin." He sat down in a worn-out armchair, facing the camera, his laptop open, monitoring the live chat. For hours, nothing happened. The audience started to get a little bored, spamming jokes and memes. Jay leaned back, looking smug. "See, nothing but an old house, guys." Then, it happened. A loud, distinct knock echoed from the wall directly behind him. It wasn't a creak or a groan. It was a clear, deliberate rapper-prap. Jay froze. Live chat, which had been a slow trickle of comments, exploded into a frenzy. Thousands of messages flooded the screen. "Did you hear that? Behind you, Jay. Oh my God, I'm scared." Jay's confident smirk vanished, replaced by a look of genuine confusion. He slowly, hesitantly, turned his head to look at the wall. There was nothing there, just peeling, faded wallpaper. He got up and inspected the area, knocking on the wall himself. It was solid. He checked the other side. It was an empty hallway. He came back to the camera, his composure slightly shaken. "Okay, that was weird," he admitted. "Probably a pipe or the house settling." But his voice lacked its usual conviction. The seed of doubt had been planted, not just in his mind, but in the minds of everyone watching. The second night, the activity escalated. While Jay was live, a book suddenly flew off a shelf in the corner of the room, landing on the floor with a loud thud. This time, it was caught on camera, plain as day. The chat went wild. Jay rushed over, his heart pounding. He picked up the book, showing it to the camera. It was an old heavy, leather-bound volume. "Okay, there's no way the wind did that," he stammered. He tried to rationalize it may be vibrations from a passing truck, an unseen draft, but his explanations sounded weak, even to himself. He spent the rest of the night nervously glancing over his shoulder, the once confident debunker, now looking like a man trapped in his own nightmare. His viewership had skyrocketed. People were captivated by this real-time haunting. The third night was the final night. Jay looked exhausted. Dark circles hung under his eyes. He had barely slept. He did a short stream, talking to his viewers, trying to maintain some semblance of his old self. "One more night, guys," he said, his voice weary. "Tomorrow, I'm out of here. Haunted or not, this place is getting to me." He wrapped up the stream, said his goodbyes, and waved to the camera. But in his exhaustion, he made a fatal mistake. He forgot to click end stream. The broadcast continued, live to the world. The camera, positioned in the corner of his bedroom, recorded him as he climbed into his sleeping bag and quickly fell into a deep, exhausted sleep. For hours, The stream was just the quiet sound of his breathing. Many viewers left, but thousands stayed, glued to their screens, waiting. They didn't know what they were waiting for, but the tension was unbearable. Then, at exactly 3:17 a.m., it appeared. In the far corner of the room, opposite the camera, a tall, slender figure slowly materialized out of the shadows. It was completely black, a void in the shape of a person. It didn't have any features, no face, no clothes, just a pure, dark silhouette. And it just stood there, perfectly still, watching Jay sleep. The live chat erupted in pure, unadulterated panic. Jay, wake up. There's someone in the room. Call the police. People were typing in all caps, spamming emergency numbers, trying anything to alert him. But Jay didn't move. He was completely still. Too still. The figure in the corner never moved either. It just stood there, a silent, terrifying sentinel. For 6 agonizing hours, the scene remained unchanged. The dark figure in the corner, and Jay's motionless form in the sleeping bag. The sun began to rise, casting a pale light into the room, but the figure remained, an impossible patch of darkness untouched by the dawn. Viewers who had been there all night described a growing sense of dread, a cold certainty that something was terribly wrong. Jay never woke up. The authorities were eventually alerted by frantic viewers, and when they finally entered the manor, they found him. The official cause of death was listed as a sudden cardiac arrest, a heart attack. But everyone who was watching that night knows what they saw. The stream continued to run long after the police had arrived. For some reason, no one could turn it off. It was as if the house itself, or the thing inside it, wanted the world to see its trophy. The final, horrifying footage of the vlogger who tried to prove ghosts weren't real and paid the ultimate price. His final stream is now a legend on the internet, a terrifying monument to the idea that some doors are best left unopened. So the next time you hear a strange noise in the dark, maybe don't be so quick to brush it off. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more dives into the unknown. Stay safe out there.